What's the first thing everyone should start doing to network? Regardless of whether you are in school, you've graduated already, you might be a couple years into your career, or maybe you're looking to change careers even. You've got a network regardless. So networking in general is sometimes intimidating to people and they don't even know where to begin. And especially if you're not a real outgoing person, maybe you're not the type to show up to a lot of events and just put yourself out there. So I'm going to give you one simple tip. This is the easiest thing you can do. And it's really more of a way of learning about who you should network with than actually doing it, but it is your first step. So I want you to identify the trade publications, the industry trade publications in your area of the industry you want to go into. So if it's the music industry, there are some major publications that are kind of like the Bible, right? They are, or the Bible for the industry, I should say. They are Billboard, Polestar, Encore. Those are just three off the top of my head. If you are in film and television and you need to learn more about like the Hollywood side of things, there's Variety, there's the Hollywood Reporter. So what I would recommend you do is you literally just do a Google search of, entertainment industry trade publications. And if you want to get more specific than that, say music industry trade publications, or film trade publications, or television trade publications, or whatever area of any industry you're trying to go into. They all have industry publications that they publish and produce, and sometimes people don't know about them unless they work in that industry. So a quick Google search will give you a whole list in the area you're interested in. So once you've done that, visit their sites, and I'm going to guess, if not 100%, almost 100% of them have some form of an online newsletter or an online version of what they might print. Some of them won't even be in print anymore. So it's really easy to find this content online. It's easier now than it used to be. So go to their site, sign up for the free newsletters. Get on as many as you want to. I would say the more the merrier, because you're going to glean certain little tidbits of information out of each one. So the reason I'm asking you to do that, or I'm suggesting you do that, is that is where you're going to find out who the power players are in your area of the industry. And every industry and every city of each industry has power players. So let's take the music industry, for example. If you want to work in Nashville, you want to work in country music or Christian music or any other kind of music that's based out of Nashville, which they have a lot more than just country and Christian now. But if you want to work in, let's say, Nashville, you are going to focus on the trade publications that deal with music, country music, or Christian music, or whatever the genre is, and you're going to read about who is really running the show when it comes to that area of the industry and in that location. So, if I want to go live in Nashville and I want to get a job in Nashville, then I need to know who's running Nashville. So that's where you're going to find out who's wheeling and dealing and who's making all of the things happen in that part of the industry. And same would go for any other area of the industry. If you wanted to work in hip hop, you're going to look to Atlanta probably. So do the same thing. Find out who the power players are in the city you want to be in the genre of music you want to work in, or the facet of the industry you want to work in. If you want to go into film and television, you're going to look to Los Angeles likely. Probably New York as well. But figure out who the power players are. And the way to do that is by reading the trade publications, So get on those newsletters, read about all the people running the show, read about what's going on too. Issues. They're going to talk about the issues that industry is facing. If there's a writer's strike, if the Writers Guild is on strike, you're going to read all about it in those publications, right? But it might not be on your local news because it's kind of inside baseball, as they say. You really only care about it probably if you work in that industry. So learn everything you can about your industry and learn everything you can about the people who are making things happen in your industry by signing up for those online newsletters, reading them when they come through, and really just educating yourself. So that is my number one first tip. And it actually requires no networking, but what that does do is it teaches you who you want to network with. It teaches you who you should try to be around at events, who you should try to get internships with at which companies, the ones they're running. It also teaches you what's going on in your industry. So if you want to volunteer for an event, then you know what's going on, some upcoming conferences or charity events. So again, it's just a wealth of knowledge, and it's totally free. And I think it's the easiest, quickest way to learn about your area of the industry and who you want to network with. So that's my number one tip.